Easter eggs are present in almost every game we play now. They're an awesome way for developers to pay homage to their inspirations or even give gamers a hint of what is to come. But what Easter eggs were so well hidden that they were almost never found? Well, that's what we're going to go over today. Welcome to Chaos Gaming, and let's start things off with the debug mode in Sonic 2. Here's another Easter egg for you. Turn on those notifications and you unlock the secret Easter egg of getting all of the videos that we put up. Now, Sonic 2 is a fantastic game. Say what you will about the modern Sonic, but the old games on the Sega Genesis were great. And in Sonic 2, the developers decided to treat the players with a secret debug mode that took quite some time to find out. First, you go to the level select menu, then you play the sounds 1992112 and then press start and hold down the A button. This will spawn you into debug mode, which gives you a complete customization over the level, essentially allowing you to make your own levels. Now, it's pretty awesome when the developers give the fans tools to create something entirely new. The Sonic 2 debug mode is basically mod tools before mod tools were a thing. I think that's really cool. What else I think is cool is the Chinatown Teddy in COD 4. Now, teddy bears, they're a running Easter egg in the Call of Duty franchise, or at least they used to be, but some of them are way harder to find than others. I found a lot of them. Back in 2008, IW released their one and only DLC pack for COD 4. It contains some fan favorite maps like Kill House and Broadcast, but did you know there's actually a super well hidden Teddy on Chinatown? You have to go to the building that says Pub and Hotel, then make your way up the stairs and go into the bedroom. At the foot of the bed, there will be a TV with no signal. If you knife this TV, you'll actually find a teddy bear lying down inside of it. It's one of the most well hidden teddies in COD history, and it actually took quite a while for people to find this one out. Next up is the Lambet Chicken in Gears 3. Now, despite being a really serious, gritty franchise, there's actually some pretty funny Easter eggs in the Gears games. During the first level of Gears 3, you will face off with a giant mutated chicken, but the order of events to get it to spawn, well, they're pretty weird. Now, I have no idea how people figure this stuff out. During one of the first fights on the ship, you have to venture off to one of the random vents and unload an entire magazine into it. Yeah, who would do that? I don't know. Then you go over to another vent and you do the same thing. Then you go to the other side of the ship, to the other two vents, and you do the same thing. At this point, a little chicken will spawn. Shoot the chicken a few times, and boom, it will mutate to a giant fire-breathing Lambet Chicken that hunts you down. Now again, I have no clue how people figured this out, but now you know how to fight a giant fire-breathing chicken in Gears of War 3, so your life is automatically better. Next up, and I didn't know about this one until this video, Dom's beard in Gears 3. This is a funny one. It's definitely easier to trigger than the chicken, but it still confuses me on how people find it. During the prologue, you're playing as Marcus and fighting alongside Dom as usual, but there's actually a way to get Dom's beard on Marcus. In order to do this, you have to play through the entire prologue essentially glued to Dom's hip. Stay very close to him the entire time and never let him off your screen. If you do it correctly, Marcus will now have Dom's big bushy beard during the next cutscene, but it doesn't stop there. As the game progresses, you'll find that every major character now has Dom's beard as well. Jace, Anya, Carmine, they all have Dom's beard. I mean, it's a pretty cool Easter egg, but I can only imagine how confused somebody was when they triggered it on accident, because you know there was at least one person that did that. Now let's get into some Batman. Big head mode in Batman Arkham City. Now, I don't know what it is with the 90s video games and having a big head mode, but it's stuck. In fact, some more modern video games have a big head mode as well, and one of those was Arkham City, although it took a while for people to figure it out. When playing Arkham City on normal difficulty or higher, take out your cryptographic sequencer, and just rotate the two thumbsticks in a circle. Make sure your left stick is going counterclockwise while your right stick is going clockwise. Keep it going for about 30 seconds and voila. Everybody's head will be about 5 times bigger. Not just Batman's head, everybody's head. It makes the game a lot funnier and adds a little bit of extra entertainment value to an already excellent game. Now we've reached number 5. The Rebecca photograph in Resident Evil 2. Now, back in the original RE2, people spent tons of time just exploring the city, searching for secrets. After all, it's a pretty impressive game in terms of scale. Despite how much people were searching in this game, there was a bizarre Easter egg that took forever to be discovered. You have to go into the STARS office and find Albert Wesker's desk. Then, search it. At first, nothing will happen, but don't worry. All you have to do is search it another, are you ready? 49 times, and poof! You'll get a pop-up of Rebecca Chambers in a basketball uniform. What does it mean? Absolutely nothing. Why is it there? I have no idea. To this day, people have tried to crack the secret meaning behind this bizarre Easter egg, but it seems like nobody will ever know. I'm guessing some joker over at Capcom just wanted to put it in there and have everybody find it and question it. Next up, Nuketown Black Ops 1. Yeah, Today, we all expect Nuketown to have fun Easter eggs involving the mannequins, but back in the day, we had no idea there were such elaborate things at work. One of my favorites is Symphony of the Devil Easter egg, which required you to load into Nuketown, shoot the heads off all the mannequins, and you get music. It was a lot harder than it sounded because the mannequins spawned in random places, meaning there was no specific strategy to get it done. But if you pulled it off, you were treated to a Rolling Stones song playing in the background of your game. Now, granted, this Easter egg was almost impossible to pull off online, but in private matches, you were good to go. Now, let's talk about some Super Smash Bros. Play as Master Hand in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, Melee is a game that has been dissected recently throughout the last 20 years, thanks to its thriving community, but if there's one hidden secret in the game that I think's way cooler, it's the ability to play as Master Hand, the final boss of the single-player mode. By doing a very precise and specific set of button inputs on the character select screen, you can actually spawn into a match as the dreaded Master Hand, and all of his attacks from single-player mode are mapped to different button combinations. It took absolutely forever for people to figure out how to do this consistently. It took even longer for people to figure out his attack combinations. Plus, the best part is since Master Hand uses HP instead of percentage like the rest of the cast, he's literally unkillable in normal matches. At number 2, and this is my favorite game of all time if you didn't know, Chris's Secret Room in Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, Zelda games have tons of secrets in them, but this has to be one of the most well hidden. During development of A Link to the Past, Nintendo held a competition in Nintendo Power magazine where the winner would get to be in the new game. The contest ended in '91, and the winner was a young man by the name of Chris Houlihan, but it would be over a decade until people found his prize. A Link to the Past was released in late '91, but it took until 2002 for people to figure out where Chris was. There is a room dedicated to Chris, but in order to get to it, you have to do a specific series of glitches. You couldn't even get in there by playing normally. So on one hand, it's kind of lame that Chris thought he was going to be in the game, but the vast majority of people would never see his room. But then, on the other hand, Chris probably feels pretty awesome knowing he's associated with one of the best kept secrets in gaming history. But to me, the number one spot today goes back to Arkham City, and it's actually Arkham Asylum. This is my favorite. It's not only extremely well hidden, but it's also a total shock to the internet when you found out. Arkham Asylum was released in August of 2009, but it wasn't until August of 2010 that this Easter egg was discovered. By going into the warden's office and using 3 explosive gel sprays on an unmarked wall, you could blow a hole into a new room. Inside this secret room, you would find blueprints and concept art for Arkham City, the game sequel, which wasn't even announced at the time. So what would have happened if this Easter egg wasn't discovered until after Arkham City was announced? People would have just suspected they patched it in, but no. This was a secret teaser for Arkham City that took over a year for people to find, and I think it's way more deserving of the number one spot than any of these others. You let me know where you agree and disagree. Let me know a hidden treasure Easter egg that you found that you never even told anybody about, and I'll see you soon.